Hello and a very warm welcome to this special edition of Rajya Sabha Television. The unseasonal rains this year caused extensive damage to crops. Lakhs of farmers have been driven to despair. We travelled to remote areas to get the idea of destruction. Wherever we went, we found pain, sorrow, tears and distress of the farmers.
ये पूरी फसल हमारी नष्ट हो गई है।
हमारे छोटे छोटे बालक हैं, हमारे बेटा चले गए।
After a particularly severe night of non-stop rain and hailstorm in March, Jaswant Singh went to see his field in Aligarh Sidor village. He returned with a heavy heart. Jaswant's wife Radha says he sat on the threshold of their house, sobbing inconsolably. Later that night, as is the custom with the village women in Sidor, she waited for him to finish his dinner before eating her own. The next morning, when Radha woke up, her husband was nowhere to be seen. The 35-year-old wheat farmer's body was found hanging from a tree in his field. Amid the ravished rabi crop he had sown.
कैसे रहेंगे, कहाँ खाएंगे, कैसे बालक रहेंगे, अब कैसे होगी।
Hardship is no stranger to the Indian farmer, but the sudden rains across the vast areas of North and West India have dealt him a heavy blow, agonizing beyond grief. His winter crop is ruined, and so are his family finances.
हमारे छोटे छोटे बालक हैं, हमारे बेटा चले गए। अब हमारा कौन पालन करेगा। हम दोनों सास बहू एक से है गई। अब हम पे पैसा उठना है, खेती में कुछ नहीं है। अब क्या करना चाहिए।
On an afternoon when most farmers are home to rest, Bhushan is sweltering on his farm. Searching for vegetables left undamaged by the untimely rain. Bhushan is the sole breadwinner of the family. Last year, he took a loan of 1 lakh. He hoped this year's yield will allow him to repay it. But the unseasonal rains dashed his hopes. Similar is the plight of Tejpal. His crop is damaged. Waterlogged fields rotted the wheat that was left. Tejpal counts begging and hanging himself as his only 2 options.
ये हमारी सब फसल नष्ट हो गई है और ये बाल हैं, एक बाल में 60-65 दाने निकलते हैं। ये बाल में अब ये 2-3 दाने हैं सिर्फ, और ये सिर्फ पशुओं के लिए है और कोई चारा नहीं इसमें।
The untimely rains came at a time when rural economy was already feeling the pinch of falling prices. Lower incomes and unpaid dues have thrown their lives haywire. Marriages are getting delayed because there's no money. Schools are turning away children because there's no one to pay their fees. Many farmers have received default notices from the banks to auction their land and property. 80-year-old Janki Devi's son took a loan of 50,000 to install a tube well. Shortly afterwards, he was killed in a road accident. Janki now lives all by herself and feels she's drowning in debt.
धान बाढ़ सब बेकार है मेरी फसल को कुछ देना है लड़का मेरा खत्म है को एक लड़का वो मुझे कुछ देना है गांव बस्ती में मेहनत कर रही हूँ खा रही हूँ पड़ोसी से मांग लेती हूँ खा लेती हूँ मेरे पे लोन है लोन को मेरे लिए दिक्कत कर रहे हैं लोन मुँह पे ना पट पा रही.
It's no secret that most farmers are in a cruel debt trap. Their cash returns are barely enough to service liability. Prices of paddy, milk are falling fast since last year. Consequently, so are their incomes. Many farmers are defaulting on Kisan credit card loans and electricity and water bills. Banks and moneylenders are stepping up pressure. Debtors are pushed and threatened with the prospect of losing their land. A 2014 study by the National Sample Survey Organization revealed that nearly 50% of country's 90 million farm households are indebted to either banks or money lenders. The average monthly farm household income is just 6,500 rupees. 26% owe money to money lenders who charge interest rates of over 20%. Uttar Pradesh has the highest number of 69 lakh indebted farm households. Andhra Pradesh comes second with 49 lakh and Maharashtra with 36 lakh debt-ridden farmer families. Over 50% loans were for farm capital and other expenditure. The rains that battered the crops turned out to be the last straw.
किसान का लागत जो आती है 1 एकड़ जमीन पे 50,000 रुपए लागत आती है. सरकार इसको कम से कम भी किसान को मैं ये कहता हूँ 30,000 रुपए प्रति एकड़ के हिसाब से मुआवजा सरकार दे. ये तो पूरे देश में हुआ है और आज सच्चाई में यही है कि किसान का आत्महत्या करने का कारण ही ये है.
March and April are harvesting months for the Rabi crop. But the rains and the strong winds dashed the hopes of the farmers. The unusual weather was a western disturbance, a tropical storm that originated in the Mediterranean Sea that currently lies over North Pakistan and Jammu and Kashmir.
It has happened after 100 years, but it happened in 1915. And the reason is, number one, we had a number of active western disturbances. But normally western disturbances give rainfall only in the northern states and hilly states, northwest hill India. But rainfall has occurred right up to interior Karnataka, coastal or Konkan and even Gujarat. And that has resulted primarily because of the easterlies are also equally north of their normal positions, and the trough in easterlies have pumped in a lot of moisture from Bay of Bengal.
The destroyed crops span 106.73 lakh hectares across 14 states. That means a destruction of over 17%, given that the total cultivable area in the Rabi season is 600 lakh hectares. Rajasthan was the worst affected, with the damage stretching over 45.52 lakh hectares. Uttar Pradesh had 26.79 lakh hectares and Haryana 18.75 lakh hectares. Madhya Pradesh reported destruction of over 5.7 lakh hectares, Maharashtra 3.95 lakh hectares, Punjab 2.94 lakh hectares and Himachal Pradesh 1.52 lakh hectares. Gujarat, Jammu and Kashmir, Uttarakhand, Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, Kerala and West Bengal also reported crop damage. Among the crops, wheat suffered the worst across 62 lakh hectares. Sensing the plight of the farmers, Prime Minister Narendra Modi quickly stepped in and promised all possible help. On March 22nd, he dedicated his All India radio outreach, Mann Ki Baat, entirely to the farmers, reassuring them that the centre and the states would together help them. In his 6th edition of Mann Ki Baat, the Prime Minister started off on a compassionate note. He spoke about the plight of small farmers, how the centre and the states are coordinating efforts, and how his ministers are travelling to assess the crop damage. He also reminded farmers about the soil health card that the government introduced to scale up production by assessing land quality.
छोटा किसान जो बेचारा इतनी कड़ी मेहनत करके साल भर अपनी जिंदगी गुजारा करता है, उसका तो सब कुछ तबाह हो गया है। मैं इस संकट की घड़ी में आपके साथ हूं। सरकार के मेरे सभी विभाग राज्यों के संपर्क में रह करके स्थिति का बारीकी से अध्ययन कर रहे हैं। मेरे मंत्री भी निकले हैं, हर राज्य की स्थिति का जायजा लेंगे। राज्य सरकारों को मैंने कहा है कि केंद्र और राज्य मिलकर के इन मुसीबत में फंसे हुए सभी किसान भाइयों बहनों को जितनी ज्यादा मदद कर सकते हो करें।
An inter-ministerial team travelled to different parts of the country to assess crop loss due to rains and hailstorm.
निश्चित रूप से 31 मार्च के बाद दिसंबर में भी जो हुआ है उसका भी रिलीफ और अभी जो हुआ है निश्चित रूप से 31 मार्च के बाद इसका वितरण शुरू कर दिया गया।
केवल राज्य सरकार पे नहीं, हम केंद्र सरकार के ऊपर भी और सरकारों के साथ साथ सारे समाज में सबके ऊपर एक सामूहिक जिम्मेदारी आई है कि आपकी आर्थिक स्थिति को, आपकी जो जरूरी आवश्यकताएं हैं, जितना अपनी क्षमता के अनुकूल अधिक से अधिक सहायता हम लोग कर पाएंगे वो करेंगे।
The crop loss echoed in both houses of parliament as well before it went on a month-long recess. Across parties, members in the Rajya Sabha sought financial assistance for affected farmers. They also voiced concern about the rising number of farmer suicides. Also discussed were a fair assessment of the loss and corruption-free and fair distribution of compensation. The left, the NCP, the Shiv Sena and the SP demanded a loan waiver for the farmers.
एक तो असेसमेंट जो करना है मुआवजे के लिए वो बड़ी फेयर होनी चाहिए। हमेशा शिकायत आती है मुआवजे के बारे में, कुछ लोग छूट जाते हैं और कुछ लोग को मुआवजा मिलता।
स्टेट गवर्नमेंट की लिमिटेशन है, स्टेट गवर्नमेंट को यहाँ से मदद करने की आवश्यकता है। दूसरी, ऑल टाइप ऑफ रिकवरी जो है वो सस्पेंड करनी चाहिए और खास तौर पर क्रॉप लोन वेव करने की आवश्यकता है।
हमारी रीढ़ की हड्डी आपकी इकोनॉमी की जो है वो एग्रीकल्चर है, उसको अगर आप उस पर भी आप बहुत स्लो काम करेंगे, देर से मदद मिलेगी लोगों को, तो वो मदद भी कोई काम की नहीं होगी।
किसान इस समय पूरे देश के अंदर जो छोटा किसान है, मध्यम किसान है, तो वो बहुत ज्यादा दुखी है और वो आत्महत्या तक भी कर रहा है।
एक राज्य का विश्लेषण है 22,000 करोड़ रुपए से ज्यादा की फसल बर्बाद हुई है। वित्त मंत्री महोदय, बीमा कंपनियों से 1,000 करोड़ रुपए से ज्यादा की मदद मिलने की संभावना नहीं है।
Acknowledging the unanimous concern, Leader of the Rajya Sabha Arun Jaitley assured members of sympathetic action. He also promised necessary administrative and relief measures.
केंद्र सरकार इसमें पूरी हमदर्दी रखती है और जो भी प्रशासनिक और सहायता के कदम उठाए जा सकते हैं, केंद्रीय सरकार इसमें उठाने वाली है।
While damage caused by unseasonal rains calls for immediate redressal. But the underlying problem is absolutely inadequate crop insurance system. Successive governments have failed to work out a model crop insurance policy, especially for the small and marginal farmers who cannot pay monthly premiums. Climate proofing is what we really need to look at. There are many crop insurance schemes, including weather-related insurance. But all these suffer from a basic fault. Insurance done on area basis where the average of a village determines the losses suffered. Area-based approaches bring down operational costs of insurers, but individual farmers don't get adequately compensated for their losses. Over 95% paddy and wheat farmers and nearly 99% sugarcane growers don't insure their crops. Even insurance companies are reluctant to venture aggressively in this arena that adds to their operational costs. Moreover, the 10% premium of total crop value is too high and needs to be replaced with a fixed premium on per acre basis.
If 99 villages are affected and one village is not affected, they will not pay the 99 villages also. This is a defective scheme. It needs to be thrown out of the window. I don't know why this is being continued. Premium is being taken. And what are the farmers getting? Ultimately, even when the state government gives the money, you'll be surprised. I'm delighted to learn in the last few days that in various places, the checks have been to the magnitude of 400, 500 rupees per acre. Whereas they've been announcing 9,000 rupees per acre or somebody saying 9,000 per hectare as compensation. But prior to this, the checks were coming for 20 rupees, 25 rupees, 30 rupees per acre.
Crop loss assessment should be efficient, cost-effective and accurate. The loss evaluator needs to physically survey the damaged field. This is time-consuming and subject to considerable error due to the difficulty in determining the relative size and location of damage. Advanced mobile technologies to assess damage and gathering photograph-based evidence will help vastly in weeding out dubious claims. The exercise will need hundreds of trained enumerators with smart gadgets like GPS-enabled tablets and special apps developed for this purpose.
We have already acquired some time photographs where we can see the crops. And suppose there is a damage to the crop due to certain disaster condition or some special conditions. And again you acquire the photograph. So you can process the photographs of two different times and can understand the loss which has taken place. So satellite based or aerial based remote sensing technology can be extensively applied for processing of data and understand the crop loss.
India's high vulnerability to climate change is well known. Development of climate resilient technologies is vital. Indian Council of Agricultural Research has launched National Initiative on Climate Resilient Agriculture to enhance the resilience of Indian agriculture, covering crops, livestock and fisheries to climatic variability and climate change through development and application of improved production and risk management technologies. Evolving climate resilient agricultural technologies that would increase farm production and productivity constitute an integral part of sustaining agriculture in the era of climate change.
We have a program called National Initiative on Climate Resilient Agriculture. Under that program, we have got 100 NICRA villages, and in these areas we are trying to demonstrate right in the farmer's field through our Krishi Vigyan Kendras, KVKs, that what are those resilient practices.
The damage caused by sudden rainfall may push inflation, although wholesale price inflation in February dipped to negative 2.06%, but that was due to decline in global crude oil prices. However, the consumer price inflation rose to 5.37% due to spike in food prices. Wheat production is estimated to drop slightly to 95.76 million tons from 95.85 million tons last year. Finance Minister Arun Jaitley also expressed concern that the damage could stoke food price inflation and shortages. But he assured that the country has sufficient stocks to meet food security targets. The bad weather impacted wheat, chickpea, red gram, potatoes, onions, tomatoes and grapes in many states. While retail vegetable prices went up 25 to 30%, with the lean season ahead between winter harvest and the summer sowing season, households may witness high food prices.
Know that for the last latest 3 months, consumer price index has been inching up, and that's been primarily because of the spike in food prices. And food prices, as we know, have a big weightage of 46-47% in consumer price index. So if food prices increase, then the overall consumer price index is bound to suffer.
The weather jolt could force India to import more oilseeds. As the world's largest buyer of edible oil, India meets its 60% annual demand of 18 to 19 million tons through imports. More imports may push prices higher.
I think the government must look into the price of the wheat for export, because we have a tough competition from Europe, from Russia, from Bangladesh. We can't fix up the price which is not acceptable in the Indian market. So it will save the country in equalizing the import of oilseeds.
When India became independent, agriculture contributed 50% to the economy. Now, it stands at less than 14%. Agro sector employed 88% workforce. Today, 66% are employed. And although farmer population has fallen by 9 million in the last 10 years, agriculture still remains demographically the widest economic sector with a significant socio-economic role. The government responds to farmers' crisis by waiving off loans and rolling out food for work programs to prevent extreme responses to their distress. But if it wants to protect farmers over the long term, India will have to go the extra mile. Droughts, urbanization, suicides and other factors are shrinking India's population of farmers, once regarded as the very heart and soul of Indian society and economy. With the Indian economy striving hard to accelerate momentum, the continuing slow pace of Indian agriculture is a matter of serious concern that mandates immediate action. Well, that's all we could pack for you in this edition. Thanks for watching.